Hi, everybody. My name is Michael Kane, and this pitch is for EQ, which is about elevating your potential with AI. Let's look at a problem. It's a huge investment for executive coaches like John to diagnose and understand where their startups or the CEOs that they work with need help. They invest time, money, and a lot of that is lost when it doesn't work out as expected. So coaches can sometimes only rely on their experience or gut instincts to make it work. On the other side, you have Darian, who's an entrepreneur who works with executive coaches. He wants executive coaches to mentor him and his team. He wants to identify and understand where his team's strengths are and where the weaknesses are. And he relies on coaches or third-party assessments to be able to understand those strengths and weaknesses. But all of that is hard, time-consuming, and expensive. If we sum that up together, founders and coaches lack a simple and reliable method to assess their personal strengths and weaknesses that enhance the ability to drive the founder or the startup success. A lot of the popular assessments that exist now take too much time and effort. Many of those popular assessments now have been debunked, and most rely on a single moment of time. And a lot of those assessments, even if they offer actionable recommendations, they often don't predict any sort of success whatsoever. So if we generalize the process a little bit more, here's Doug. Doug is frustrated and confused when he takes personal assessments online. They're expensive, they are time intensive, and they're not easy to understand or apply to his life. The solution, EQ. With an easy profile setup and cross-platform integrations, Doug is able to have a solution where he gets an EQ dashboard, an easy to read and shareable solution that you can share with your coach. It'll give you a score, it'll give you inputs, it'll give you your performance rating, and it captures that over time and compared to other founders or leaders who are at a similar level. It'll break down all of your strengths and weaknesses and give you actionable recommendations on how you can improve across the board. Gives us a chance to gamify what you're trying to do. How does it do it? Well, we plug in all your work inputs to get clear, insightful, actionable takeaways. You take your communication tools, Slack, email, docs, team pulse surveys that already exist at your company, executive coaching notes that you have on a regular basis with your coach, and other assessments that you can still take and use. We use AI processing to collate and analyze and give you an output that has clear takeaways, action items, and personal scores. A little bit more technical on the delivery breakdown, there's a bunch of automated and manual inputs, whether they're performance reviews, surveys, meeting notes, Google data, Slack data, HR and financial data, team building data, public data like Crunchbase, Salesforce, LinkedIn, etc. A lot of those can be captured manually or automatically via our API integrations. They're pumped into data funnels that get collated into a single source of stored data. AI analyzes that data and reformats that into a user-friendly interface that either can send via email automatically or update your dashboard regularly. So it's 3 easy steps. Set up your profile, plug in your inputs, then you'll review your EQ scores and your action items, and you take that to improve yourself and the opportunity for you to succeed. This gives you a superpower. It gives you the awareness to know where your strengths are and where your weaknesses are. You can use that to then go out and get what you need, fundraising, opportunities, introductions. And by doing that, you'll be able to get your business, your startup to launch, blast off, and go towards business success. If you look at the current competitive landscapes around tools that are similar or adjacent, you'll see a few different ones. A lot of them are different in what they really offer and focus on. Almost all of them offer actionable recommendations, but most of them don't track anything over time. Most of them don't give you any sort of predictive insights on what those actions would do. And all of them don't have a comprehensive set of data inputs of all of the different things that impact what you do and how you do them. The existing solutions, most of them are diagnostic focused, recruiting or mentorship. Actionability solutions, we really rely on those sort of solutions to actually improve and know where to plug in these things. And predicting solutions, no market solutions whatsoever provide any sort of analysis and output that would predict some level of success, give you a score, and offer action items to improve it. Now, if we're looking at the revenue model, there's a basic revenue model where founders pay a monthly fee $45 per month per user to plug in themselves and have a private profile that's updated with all of these stats monthly, similar to an Oura Ring or other sort of health-related stats that give you these updated stats on a monthly basis. We will also have a separate sort of enterprise level model where coaches can pay a higher monthly fee, but be able to include all of their different coaches that they work with. The coaches would only be able to access it through the coaches program, but we're hoping that this creates sort of a affiliate marketing effect where coaches start working with different leads and executives. Those leads then see the value in EQ, purchase it themselves, purchase it for the members on their teams, and this grows and expands over time. Those aren't our only plans for go-to-market approach. We would plan on geo expansion, focusing in the US first to be mindful of regulatory and data expectations in the US. Digital communities, focus on places like YC Combinator, LinkedIn, other communities that really drive startup and coaching and mentorship. Be at industry events, focus on referrals, like I mentioned before, and then expand our go-to-market approach with more product enhancements, more integrations, more opportunity to gamify and find opportunities to improve as an individual leader. The investment opportunity I'm asked for is initially fundraising, $70,000 paid back in the first 6 months, and that's focused on expertise in psychology, coaching, and AI. We want some product developers to help set up the initial platform, the initial AI technology, and to work with those experts in coming up with something that's valuable for folks in a coaching setup. And then separately, their investment opportunity can be supported with introductions to executive coaches, industry experts, investors, startup studios who would value this sort of information. And then introductions to startups, early stage company, especially tech innovators who are highly competitive, trying to be successful and trying to do that quickly and already see some of the value in tech. If you look at the financial projections, we have growth 3, 6, 9, and 12 months out, where we're expecting users to grow, that affiliate marketing sort of explosion to happen, and see the return on investment in at least 6 months. We're over the initial fundraise that we have, but expand all the way to 126,000, almost doubling it by the end of the year. If we look at the market and why this is such a huge opportunity, at the total addressable market, this is huge potential. Global startup founders and coaches are 5.4 million. If you look at some user data, 90% of those are the founders, and all of them have some sort of executive coaching or opportunity for coaching or work with executives themselves. If we're looking at the sizable addressable market, we sort of narrow our scope on the US market and tech-specific markets. Like I said, one to be mindful of laws and regulatory standards around data and AI, and the other to be really in on the market who already understands some level of this technology and have that buy-in already on executive coaching, especially around fundraising and investor capital. And then the opportunity market, the sizable opportunity market is really the potential evangelists that we feel like would drive the initial scope of success. The average market share of folks who are using similar or adjacent tools is about that size, 4.3 million. But we really believe this chart should be looked at inside out. With that initial group growing in expansion seems inevitable in how people will see this tool, use this tool, and share it across their network. My name is Michael Kane. Again, I have worked for startups and tech companies for over 10 years. I'm currently seeking my bachelor's degree at ASU for tech entrepreneurship and management. And startups have always been in my life. I love startups, breed startups, and wish I had a tool like this when I was just starting out. I know I need a team. I'm an operational leader and know how to run a team and sort of a company operationally, but I need a go-to-market team to help me sell this. I need engineering and data scientists to help me build this. And I need some resident coaches myself that can help give that expertise and even help myself as we try to do this and launch this. So going back to Doug, at this point, he sees the new tool as a game changer. It's intuitive, actionable, fits into his life. He knows how to apply it. It's practical, and he uses it every day. So this is EQ. Please consider this investment, and thank you for the time.